Well, here we are, my friends. Another beautiful evening. Stepped outside into this crisp evening air, and it's a nice clear night. In fact, I believe it's either tomorrow or the next day is supposed to be a particularly great meteor shower around 4 a.m. here in the west. It's up to, if you look up to the north, can't remember the quad something, but it's the tail of a comet, and I guess there's some spectacular fireballs we can catch. And I'm looking up here at Orion and staring up at the stars, and it's awe-inspiring. I guess I just wanted to step outside for a minute to say that this is one for the fellow alchemists, in which we have every right to call ourselves alchemists in the modern day sense. Those who are trying to transmute all the negativity that we see in the world into something greater, in that metaphoric or figurative sense, while also using the literal sense of making our own spirits, our own, growing our own herbs, mixing our own concoctions, and seeing not just works with transmuting lead into gold, but basic base substances combined in the right proportions to help the body function at its peak. And I find that to be fascinating. In fact, one of the most fascinating aspects is ancient medicine. It's always been one of my strong interests because we had thousands of years to experiment with a variety of plants. And when I was younger and I wasn't as aware as I am now of the varieties of plants, I wasn't sure about terpenes and alkaloids, and I didn't know what it was in each plant, and nor did many of the discoveries that we have today exist about how plants interact with one another in the fungal kingdom and the mycorrhizal relationship between fungus and trees and plants and flowers, and how many of the same plants we see over and over repeating and sharing the same nutrients, the same types of alkaloids, and the same types of terpenes, the same smells, meaning that there's consistent medicines within the plant kingdom, and knowing how to combine those properly to help your body is alchemy. And anyone who is a, let's just say, personal body alchemist, if you will, or a mind alchemist, working with mental and figurative and plant materials, a whole variety of things, the poison path, if you will, understands that the poison and the cure are always one and the same. It's all about dosage. And dosage is the key to everything. If you understand dosage with medicines, and how medicines work, and how not enough won't do anything for you, or may have some negative side effects, just the right amount does what you need it to do. Too much will also have negative side effects. So where do you stand? You have to take the right dosage, in the same way with thoughts and ideas. And that's what's important. How much do we perceive of the world around us properly, with the right open mind to understand that we're all here together on this bright blue ball just spinning free, which seems big from our perspective, stepping out to space, and even just as far as our neighbor Mars, you can see that Earth looks from Mars like Mars looks from Earth, just like another star. That we really are nothing in this universe, and the magnificence of it all is so far beyond comprehension that alone should give us a clue to what's important, which is finding the macrocosm by looking at the microcosm. And that is the root of many parables and ancient stories, the allegories and archetypes of how things operate. There's always a certain, well, not sure how to put it into words, I guess. But there's an underlying pattern for everything. And trying to decipher those patterns helps us to live a better life. Because in the end, we're not seeking any particular end. Many of us perhaps want to go to the promised land. Many others think they just die and that's it, and they don't care what happens in this world. Or maybe they want to get as much as they can. They lead the path of materialists. So be it, whatever your choice may be. The opposites, the extremes, living with poverty and humility or living in greed and sin. It's really a personal choice. In the end, it's about what do you do, and what do you accomplish, and what do you experience, and what do you bring to the world. However, in the big picture, that only matters as much as it matters to you. In other words, the world doesn't need you, but you need the world, and so we live with it, and we live with each other, and hope that things are the way they are for a reason, right? Really is beautiful out here. Have a wonderful evening.